Hi, good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those notification bells so you know when I'm uploading to the channel. All right, so you guys, whoever ancestors that's coming through this week is definitely about hope. All right, it's about hope and belief. Like, they're very strong about it. Like, they really want you to believe in yourself. Like, they really want you to have this belief in yourself that things will go the way you want them to go. All right, they'll go the way you want them to go. But it's like a lot of rush. Like, you want to rush things, and you can't really rush things. All right, but they also don't want you to get too comfortable, because what's happening is like, you are wanting these things to happen, and you're trying to get your rest, but you are getting too comfortable in your rest. Like, you're not supposed to be resting all the time, although they do want many of you to do things that relate to self-worthiness and self-care and self-love, like doing all types of things that's going to promote that for you, because that's going to be a part of your healing. For once you finally taking the opportunity to take care of yourself rather than taking care of everyone else, because there's shortness and manipulation. There are things around you that are trying to manipulate you and trying to manipulate the situation. All right, and so you're supposed to be now at a point to where you're already picking up on this, and you probably already picked up on this manipulation. It's around you, like somebody's trying to puppet you, play you for a fool almost. All right, and that needs to change. All right, you cannot continue to allow people to take advantage of you in those ways anymore. So that's why they really want you to focus on your self-worthiness. They want you to focus on your self-care. They want you to focus on things that concern yourself. All right, they're also saying that they want you to have joy, and you might not see joy because you're so depleted in your energy. You've given up so much of your time, so much of your energy, and it's almost like you don't even have enough time in the day to do all the things that you want to do. So you're like, okay, ancestors, how the heck am I gonna carve out some self-care and some self-worthiness when I don't even have enough time in the day to do all of the things that I need to do? All right, but they're saying that, like, although you're feeling depleted, although you feel like your energy is drained, although you feel like you don't have enough time in the day, there is going to be an opportunity for you coming soon, a golden opportunity for you coming soon, and it's going to allow some room for you to be able to, do more things for yourself. All right, and then you'll be able to see that joy and that happiness that you desire. But pretty soon you're gonna be flying high. All right, but it's a lot of things that's coming into balance here. So, but you're gonna be flying high. All right. Yeah, there's definitely some things as it relates to, like, you per se. All right, like, your ancestors are letting me know, like, that some of the discouraging things, some of the discouraging moments that you are going through, like some of the challenges that you are going through, is part of an initiation process. All right, it's part of a spiritual initiation of some sort, or like some kind of spiritual initiation. It's like they're initiating you. All right, and so because of this initiation, there's a lot of pulling on your energy. All right, it's a lot of pulling on your energy. There's a lot of pulling on you, and so you're feeling kind of drained. Okay, but you're going through some form of initiation, and so on the other side of this initiation, then you'll begin to see, oh, it was all for this and it was all for that, and oh, now I see, because they're going to lay it all out for you, and they're going to give you everything that you desire. So everything that you've been going through, from some of you guys from adulthood, but many of you from your adolescence, from when you was a kid, a lot of those things that you have endured was a part of that journey that you needed to go through, because they want you to be able to emerge as a beam of light for other people. So you're going to be one of those people that be like, if people are going to just see the change in you, right? They're going to see the change in you, and others are going to envy the change in you. All right, so there's going to be a lot of people that's not really going to want to rock with what you got going on, and they're going to see you growing, and they're going to be like, oh, they ain't doing nothing. But don't worry about them. All right, don't worry about them, because your ancestors, they are going, and your guides, they're going to take really good care of you in the end. All right, they're going to take really good care of you, and you're going to be a walking example. You're not even going to have to say it. All right, you're not even going to have to say nothing. People just going to see you, and they're going to be like, dang, I can't believe that this person came up out of this. And when they came up out of this, they came up out of that, and they went through this, and they went through that, and they went through this, and they went through that. So your thing ain't going to be resilient. People going to be looking at you as resilient. Right? People going to look at you as resilient. And I just saw courage. But they want you to continue to have courage. Continue to have courage, and courage enough to take ownership of your life, even when you don't have people backing you. Courage enough to step out and do the things that you got to do, even when you don't have the support that you feel like you need. All right? Because a lot of you feel like you can't do stuff because you don't have support. They're like, look, you got support, but we need you to be strong. We need you to have courage. We need you to be courageous, because in due time, don't you trust us? You said you trust us, so are you going to trust us, or are you going to continue to have doubt? Because they want you to eliminate that doubt. All right, they want you to eliminate that doubt, because it keeps kind of like playing in your mind, and it's not producing what it's supposed to produce. Like, even though it's playing in your mind, you're taking it and you're making it into a negative, and they want you to make it into a positive. Okay, so they don't want you to dwell on these things, because you dwelling on these things is kind of like holding you back. All right, it's kind of, well, it ain't holding you back, it's just holding you in position. Like, you were supposed to been move forward, you were supposed to been step forward, you were supposed to been, you were supposed to been had what you was desiring. But it's something that you are allowing, an energy that you are allowing to pull on you, and this energy that's pulling on you is keeping you right where you are. All right, so yeah, but you're going through this initiation. This initiation is going to change the game for you. Really, it's going to change a whole lot for you. All right, yeah, so definitely going through some changes. Definitely. Oh, they saying like you got everything at your you got everything. Like you got access to all kinds of stuff. You got access to your guides, you got access to your ancestors, you got access to all kinds of stuff. So they're saying, like, use your resources. All right? Use your resources to your advantage. It's almost like you're not taking advantage of all that they have put before you. Like, they like, you got all of this stuff and you ain't taking no advantage of it. They saying like you be taking your notes on things and taking your mental notes on things, but it's a lot of no execution. Like, you're not executing the things that they are giving you. All right, and it's because you're scared. And they like, look, you got to drop all that being scared stuff. You got to drop all that being scared. All right. Yeah. So, like, okay. There was this experiment that happened. And this experiment was called the Hope experiment. And the researcher, the doctor, he took the mice and he would put the mice in water because he wanted to know how long the mice could swim, right, before they almost drown, right? And so they ended up putting the mice in the water, and the mice was able to swim for 15 minutes initially. Then they took the mice out of the water because they realized they was drowning. They realized that they thought that they was having muscle failure, and the experiment was to show whether quitting was physiological or whether it was psychological. So initially they thought that it was physiological, right? They felt that the mice were incapable, right? And then they put the mice inside of the water again, expecting for the mice to have the same results, like 15 minutes. They was getting ready to pull them out, but the mice kept going. And so the mice were able to go for 40 to 60 hours. And that showed them that it was more psychological and not physiological. So what you're going through, a lot of the things that you are going through at this very moment is psychological. It's not physiological. physiological. It's not that because you're incapable. It's not because you don't have the resources. It's not because you're not physically fit enough and you don't have the right body composition. It's not because of any of those limiting things that could be a physical limitation. So they're saying that like you don't really have many physical limitations, but a lot of your limitations is your psychological. A lot of your limitations is your willpower. A lot of your limitations is your heart, right? And so they're saying that like if those mice, and you see those mice, that was a hope experiment, but remove hope and put belief in the same process. Those mice had the belief that eventually they'll be about that water, right? They eventually they wouldn't have to swim so hard because something or somebody was going to come in and they was going to lift them up out of that water, right? So that's why they continued to go for so long, because they knew that they weren't going to die, even though it felt like they was going to die, even though it felt like they was going to go through muscle failure, even though it felt like they was going to fall down in that water. Their psychological mind state at that time was like, look, I'm gonna just keep moving and I'm gonna just keep working my arms. I'm gonna just keep moving. I'm gonna just keep pedaling my little body into something or someone come and pick me up out this water, because I know that right now, although this seems hard, I'm not going to die today. That's what the mice were saying, that they weren't going to die that day. And so that's what your ancestors are wanting you to know. You are not going to die today. All right, so if some of you have been feeling like y'all was, your situation was bad enough for you to die, your situation was bad enough for you to commit suicide, you might as well go and scratch that. They just want you to have a little bit more belief and a little bit more hope and what they're capable of doing, and also what you're capable of doing, because you're capable of doing so much more. You're capable of doing so much more. But now you have to tell your psychological self, your physical self, and your mind and your psychological self, like, hey, I'm capable of doing so much more. All right? But you have to get out of that down, depressing, sad, victimhood mentality that's holding you right in place. And you have to get away from those energies that are keeping you stagnant, that's depleting you and holding you right in place. All right, and then you're going to experience that joy, and then you're going to experience that golden opportunity. Everything just going to open up for you. But you got to get out of your way. That's what your ancestors said. You are in your way. You are in your way, and you got to get up out your way. Everything that's going on with you right now, a lot of it is psychological. You have no physical disability that's hindering you. All right? And so you got to get out your way. So your ancestors are wanting you, put that on your affirmation list. Get up in the morning, you get in that mirror, and one of your affirmations is, I need to get out of my way. I am going to get out of my way today. And I'm going to do one thing in preparation to the next step. Just one thing. Oh, you need to sleep a little longer, so you just wanted to sleep in so you couldn't meditate. Get out of your way. That's what your ancestors want you to do. They want you to get up out of your way, y'all. All right? And then people ain't going to be able to manipulate you, because you're going to see them coming. They're not going to be able to drain on your energy, because you're going to put in them healthy boundaries. You're going to be able to say, nah, I'm not doing that today. That's not what I'm prepared to do. All right? And some of y'all, it's a clearing that needs to take place. Last night, the power went off. It was raining. Kind of stuff. It was a clearing taking place. Mother Nature and all of the elements, they was like, we finna clean this thing up, because y'all been just moving and doing all kinds of stuff. We finna clean it. We finna clear it out. We're gonna clear this whole thing out. Everybody gonna be still. The whole state gonna be still. Everybody gonna be still. And we're gonna keep the power off for a little while, so that y'all can sit with yourselves. And y'all can sit in silence, and y'all can give some time to nature. Now you need nature. Now you need nature to get you cool, because you ain't got no AC. You ain't got no AC. So you got to get out your way. Sometimes things occur because you are in the wrong position. So you're going to have to move things. You're going to have to move yourself out of the position that you're in. Okay? or listen to the information that's coming in, people trying to help you get out the position, and shadow trying to say, nah, I'm good. Oh, this mug can't tell me what to do. That's what your ancestors are saying. Like, this is the attitude that you have towards people that's trying to help you, and you taking it as, you triggered, you taking it as, oh, this person trying to tell me what to do, but this person just trying to give you some insight. Because somewhere along the line, your ancestors and your guys done sent them like, look, and they ain't listening to me, so you go ahead and tell them. I done sent them the angel number. I done sent them 344. I done sent them 311 or 133. I done sent that to them. How many times I got to send it to them? I done sent them the 5. I sent them 15. Every time they look at that clock, they see this. Every time they get in the car, this song playing on the radio. I'm sending them the messages, what's up? And that's what they saying, you got to get out your way. You can't let a rat beat you. Come on. You can't let the rat beat you. All right? But you guys, the ancestors are saying, like, you're going through this initiation. It's a lot of things that are changing in your life. You are in a temporary position to gain momentum. All right? You are in this temporary position to gain momentum. Now, either you're going to gain the momentum and prepare yourself, or you're just going to sit still. Or you're going to sit still, because eventually ain't nothing going to come by or come in and tell and try to help you no more. They be like, oh, you just missed this boat. You just missed this boat. So we gonna chill for a while because you're not listening, you know. And that's what you don't want. You don't want your ancestors and your guys to say, well, we ain't getting through to them. There ain't no action. It's been 6 months. They still ain't did nothing. So we just move on to the next relative. Then the relative that you hate, or that you dislike, or you have issues with, you know, this person gets a level of awareness. The ancestors start talking to them. You see their life flourish, and you like, whoa, I can't believe this dude. I can't believe this chick that they're flourishing. Now you jealous. Now envy's creeping in and undoing everything you done did. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Okay. So your ancestors are saying, like, look, get up, stop moving, pedal as fast as you have to pedal to stay afloat, because eventually they gonna come in. But again, you're going through initiation. When you agreed to come here into this realm of reality, you knew you was gonna go through the darkness. All the crap that you went through, from being homeless, for caregivers not being able to emotionally connect with you, from the being raised by the addicts, from the, you know, growing up in poverty and all of this different stuff, and having the relative that touched you, you know, all this stuff that you went through is not who you are, but it was a part of your lesson so you can raise up and be the light for somebody else. All right, so that's pretty much it, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this message. I hope that I was able to communicate the message in the way that the ancestors would wanted me to give it. And if you guys are interested in communicating with me more often, like I said, my Patreon's in the description below, and I'll holler at y'all.